What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. A former secret envoy between Taiwan and China has died, aged 78, after falling in her home in the U.S. Zheng Shuming helped broker landmark cross-strait talks in the 1990s. Zheng served as a secret envoy to China for Taiwan's former president Li Denghui. Together with Li Secretary Su Zhichen, she carried out talks that paved the way for a semi-official Taiwan-China summit in Singapore in 1993. It was the first meeting between representatives of the two sides of the Taiwan Strait since 1949. Zheng also served as Taiwan's Minister for Culture and the head of the Taiwanese broadcaster CTV. Taiwan and the UK have announced plans for talks toward a new trade partnership. In a joint statement, Taipei and London said discussions would first focus on investment, digital trade, and energy. No timeline was given for when the talks would begin, however. The news follows the signing of a trade pact between Taiwan and the U.S. earlier this week. Experts in Taiwan see potential for the country to learn from the UK's experience. 150,000 people flocked to opening day of the Taiwan Gamers Convention International in Taipei. TaiwanPlus reporter Sandy Chi was there to see what's new in the world of gaming.
It's the opening day of Taiwan's biggest gaming convention, and it's already packed. We're going to take a look at what brings all these people here at the Taiwan Gaming Convention International. Gamers are in for a real treat at this 5-day event. A wide range of new titles from some of the world's top game developers is on display. Gaming started catching on in Taiwan after the first international esports competition, the World Cyber Games, which was held around 2 decades ago. And since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, it's exploded in popularity.
应该是因为大家都在家，然后就无聊啊，就没什么事情做，就会开始玩。
It's an encouraging trend for the industry, which is expected to be worth nearly $500 billion by 2030, despite a dip in profits last year.
玩家人数是倍数的成长的，所以其实我们对这个竞技游戏类的是有一个期望值在的。
This year's convention in Taiwan is playing host to the final of the country's annual League of Legends School Championships. Teams from 50 different schools took part in the competition, with more than 300 players. A far cry from the 25 who took part in the first contest 6 years ago.
In
2018, Taiwan hosted its first international esports competition. Since then, the country has been supporting and training students with an interest in esports to become professionals. The event's main attraction is video games, but it also offers comics, toys, and other gaming gear. The event will run through next Monday, and the crowd is expected to be bigger over the weekend. Patrick Chen and Fanny Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Earlier this year, a band formed by migrant workers took the stage at Megaport, the most iconic music festival in Taiwan. It was a first for the festival as well as for the band. What's it like for migrant workers to perform in Taiwan? Yvonne Yang spoke to Juba Hitam to find out more.
This is Juba Hitam, a metal band based in Chiayi, southwestern Taiwan, made up of 6 Indonesian migrant workers. It was formed by lead guitarist David in 2019. Starting out as a cover band, they used to perform songs by Indonesian rock acts. They began to write their own music in 2020 after a shuffle of band members. The band's vocalist Robbie said the idea of creating original music came after a discussion with David, the guitarist.
Saya saling sharing lah intinya. Awal bikin suatu karya itu, rencana Juba Hitam tuh sekarang mau dibawa kemana gitu. Seperti itu. Jadi dari situlah kami punya sebuah keinginan lah. Si Juba Hitam tuh harus berkarya nih, kita harus punya karya nih.
Migrant workers playing music in Taiwan is not a new development. There's been a migrant music scene here for over 2 decades. Juba Hitam would play gigs for Indonesian events.
至少在过去20年的历程里面，
我们已经可以看到从印尼来台湾表演的明星跟移工在同一个舞台上演出。
Jubah Hitam started making a name for themselves in Taiwan's indie music scene 2 years ago. They've performed at music festivals and various live houses across the country. Social media has been instrumental in their success. In the era of social networks, it's much easier for the band to market themselves.
就是我们可以看到现在比较活跃的一些乐团，像是黑袍 Jubah Hitam， 或者有另外一个叫南部闹事团 Southern Ride， 他们其实都很会用网络行销自己。
Social media also played a key role in the band's schedule. Balancing music and their jobs has not been easy. The band members all work at different factories that give them different days off. But there's no show without an audience. Jubah Hitam has a big group of loyal fans in Taiwan. Some of these Indonesian metal music lovers created their own community.
Indonesia juga punya komunitas IMTW, Indonesia Metalhead Taiwan. Nah itu juga sangat mensupport kami baik secara atmosfer di acara ataupun secara personal.
Making a living off music seems like a wild dream, but the band is determined to make it come true.
Untuk rencana ke depan yang lebih jauh, kita mau jadi band profesional, entah pulang Indo kita masih lanjut. I know, saya tidak tahu gitu itu kedepannya seperti apa gitu. Nah tapi kita ya punya tekad semuanya lah. Kita punya punya semangat semuanya lah.
Jubah Hitam's story proves that a love for music can transcend every challenge. Klein Wang, Kamashi, Yujing Huang, and Li Yang for TaiwanPlus.
Nepal has made headlines for becoming the second country in Asia to legalize same-sex marriage. But as Rick Lauer reports, the journey to equality is not yet over for the South Asian country.
Barely a month since Nepal's LGBTQ community celebrated a historic court order allowing them to marry, frustration is setting in as expectations have not become reality. It was a temporary ruling while the law is finalised, but already seen as a major victory for the conservative country's LGBTQ community, who'd fought for decades for marriage equality.
We are happy at the same time. We are confused too, because that is just interim order. There is not anything mentioned. So what are the rights that our partners can, what are the rights that a couple can get from this interim order?
It's a frustration understood by those in Taiwan. Despite a similar court order here in 2017, it took 2 years to get a law passed. Now, Taiwan is leading the way in LGBTQ rights in Asia, and activists here are working to further marriage equality across the region.
I think that provide evidence to lots of the conservative community in Taiwan or in Asia that they always keep saying Asia is different, Asia has got Asia values, and we can also share that, no, please look at Taiwan.
Buoyed by Taiwan's success, elsewhere in Asia, Thailand and Japan are also getting closer to legalizing same-sex marriage, but still debating the parameters. With its court ruling, Nepal is already a step ahead. And if Taiwan's experience is any indication, the persistence and patience of the LGBTQ activists here will ultimately pay off. John Su and Rick Lowett for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Finally, we leave you with images of newly born capybara pups at San Diego Zoo. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.